Bills at Ravens.
Bro, Lamar, Josh Allen, this is going to be a dogfight. Going to lean Bills once again. It's going to be close. I think, one, everybody saw the viral video of Ken Dorsey going ham
Yeah.
after they had lost. I think Josh Allen is going to take that loss to heart, clean some things up, and I think they go in and they get a W against the Ravens. And it's going to be tough because, dude, Lamar is on an MVP heater. He's the front runner. This is going to be close. I could see this going either way, but it's just too hard for me to see the Bills lose 2 in a row.
Yeah, same here, man. I got the Bills. I think it's going to be a shootout. But I do have the Bills. I think Josh Allen's going to come back with a vengeance. And I think for fantasy purposes, I think if you have any Ravens or Bills players, you need to start them because this is going to be a high-scoring affair. But I do have Josh out battling Lamar. So the next game, it's going to be the Commanders at Cowboys.
Dude, Cowboys getting it done. That was another incorrect pick I had last week. I had Dable going to 3-0. And I'm gonna lean Cowboys. I'm gonna take them. I think that defense is starting to put it on their back, and Cooper Rush continues to get better. I gotta start putting some respect on Cooper Rush here. I got Cowboys.
Yeah, man, I got the Cowboys as well. Cooper Rush has been very surprising, and he's keeping CD afloat for fantasy purposes as well, and in real life. So I got the Cowboys. I think they got the better offense, and they're at home. The Commanders' defense cannot stop anyone right now, so I got the Cowboys.
How about CD drops a tutty and then comes left-handed stab and just like, give me that.
You know, you got to make up for it somehow. You can't. You
Yeah.
can't. You gotta make a big play after dropping something like that. That was such an easy catch.
We don't see that from CD. He's sure-handed. Man, and Tony Pollard's going off. Cowboys, man, I thought they were in shambles, and they might be able to ride this ship here. Dak coming back soon.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then we got Seahawks at Lions.
Dude, I love the Lions. I freaking love this team. They play hard. They are right there from getting W's, and it's going to take just brick by brick to get over the hump. They have leadership. Man, everyone absolutely wrote off Jared Goff, and he's actually playing decent ball. DeAndre Swift, probably not going to play. That's going to hurt, but Jamal Williams is toting that rock. He is a viable backup, and I know Amon-Ra has an ankle injury. I think he will also play. That dude's a dog. I don't know if anybody saw him go a little airborne trying to get into that end zone. I think he was down at the one, but, man, he goes full effort. I'm taking the Lions.
Man. So with this game, I think the Lions, I'm going 100% over the Seahawks. Better offense, better defense, and they're at home, so, and better quarterback as well. Armand is going to go off. If you have him on your fantasy team, please start him. It's not like you weren't going to anyways, but make sure he's in the lineup. I got Lions all the way. Chargers at Texans.
Okay, I think we need to talk about the most shocking result of the Week 3 weekend was the Jags going in and clapping the Chargers. I can't remember the stat that I had heard, but it had been, I believe, at least a decade or maybe 2. I'm just going to be safe and say a decade that the Jags scored 38 points. They go in and they clap the Chargers. They destroyed them. James Robinson is starting to turn into the comeback player of the year. This dude had a torn Achilles, and now he's running roughshod. Had like a 50-yard tutty to the house on 4th down. Justin Herbert, dude, his ribs. We got to talk about Brandon Staley because he's on the hot seat. Justin Herbert is in the game down 28 with like 4 to 6 minutes left in the game. It's like, dude, what are we doing? One, on our coaching philosophy, because now we're starting to hear rumors that the players are not buying into him. They kind of see him as a phony, and I'm like, that is never good as a head coach. And two, it just doesn't seem like he understands game situation and game flow. This is a massive uh, disaster early on for the Chargers because now you got Rashawn Slater, your best left tackle, tore his biceps. He's done for the year. Joey Bosa on IR. J.C. Jackson couldn't even play last week. The week before, he was getting cooked. J.C. Jackson was balling on New England. They fork out a lot of money. Niners were in some bidding war for J.C. Jackson. They go Mooney Ward. Mooney Ward is much better than J.C., and J.C. got cooked, and his ankle surgery isn't responding how they thought. This is man, I was so high on the Chargers. I have to take that L. Unless something changes, I know they're going to get Keenan back, and I think they're going to beat the Texans this week. If they don't beat them, man, I think Brandon Staley is fired, so I think they're going to win. But this team, it has been not what we thought at all. And so I say they get the W, but they got a lot of work to do and a lot of pieces to replace, sir.
Man, I agree, dude. If Herbert starts, I give it to the Chargers because he's just the dominant quarterback here. But if he doesn't start, I got the Texans, man. And
rightfully so.
Yeah, and just because of how they performed last week, they did not show me they can win a game without Herbert. So it just all depends if Herbert starts or not. The Texans, they have Damian. They have Mills who can win you a game. They have Cooks. So they can go off. And the thing with the NFL and the reason why the NFL is so popular and king in the US is because there's so much parity. So
anything can happen.
Yeah. Anything
For real.
can happen. And that was on full display last week. So again, Chargers if Herbert plays. If Herbert doesn't play, got the Texans.
If whoever bet the Jags last week, if anybody ends up watching this somehow that bet the Jags, my hat is off to you. You're a dog. Well done.